In today's world of like multimedia, where everyone, even A-list stars, have like 11, projects going, it's really strange how, let's say you have a big deal with Netflix. I don't know this for a fact, but let's use him as an example. Let's say Bill Burr, right? They're paying him a lot of money to do a TV show at Netflix. It's weird how a lot of their code of conduct can bleed into his other work.
Yes.
Where they're like, you can't go making... I'm not saying this happens with Bill Burr, but he's an example. You can't say so-and-so in your comedy stand-up, or you can't go do a podcast where you talk about this issue because we're giving you $7 million. So, and it's like, really? What? I don't work for you over here. It's a really weird thing.
I think the good news is that for the most part, you can say whatever the fuck you want.
You can't though.
I mean,
really?
You're gonna, depending if you're a comic, you sure as fuck can.
Yeah.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you can.
No way.
If you work for a corporation,
no way. If you work for if you work for Netflix, if you have a big podcast,
that's what I'm saying.
No. If you're just collecting your checks, going around the country, going to comedy,
if you're solely a comic, you can do whatever you want.
You guys are the last hope for like the idea, the American idea of like Mark Twain or great thinkers, because
depends what you want. It does. If you're a Bill Burr, especially the best examples are a good friend Joe Rogan. Rogan can do whatever the fuck he wants to do. He has fuck you money. Outside that, there's not, you got to remember, I work for Showtime. I work for Complex. I still have to. I don't have fuck you money. I still got to watch my P's and Q's.
But I would say this. I'm not allowed to say things I wouldn't say anyway. A lot of times, right? So what I mean by this is this. I don't say things that are like I don't say racist things. Never thought they were funny. I don't make jokes like that. I never liked doing that.
No, they're not funny.
But what I'm saying is that we don't do that anyway.
But you wouldn't be I wouldn't let you do it. I'm not your boss.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm kind of.
But do you know what I mean?
But, I'm kind of running.
Hey, wait a minute.
I know, sorry.
But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we don't really. We don't say that stuff anyway.
But you wouldn't be. I wouldn't put up with it. Like if you were saying,
wait. What if there's racist comedy that's fucking straight funny and can be useful?
Well, if it's like Dave Chappelle, but
Louis C.K.'s joke about I'm a little racist. Like if I walk into a pizza joint and it's a bunch of black women making my pizza, I'll be like, all right, well maybe maybe I should keep walking and just see if there's another pizza. But that's fucking genius. Yeah. But that's all funny. But at the end of the day, I think the things that you're not allowed to say, when I see like this Nick Cannon stuff, I don't say that shit anyway, mainly because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
It's not who you are.
I just don't want to hurt people's feelings.
But I think there's a freedom with a guy like Rogan, or I think Chappelle's the best comic to ever do it. There's a freedom with Chappelle where you're not going to cancel him. So like when you watch a special, you might be like, oh, he's going to get some hot water for that. He doesn't give a fuck. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
He's undeniable.
Corolla's a good example too.
Corolla's a great example. If you listen to what Corolla says, Corolla, if you're not a Corolla, if you're anti-Corona, bro, so those people who think Corona's the end of the world and the economy should be shut down for the next 5 years and we should all lock down our house, it's only get worse. If you're that dude, you don't listen to Corolla, don't listen to Clay Travis, because those guys don't answer to a boss.
Yeah.
And they give you facts and just shoot from the fucking hip.
Yeah.
Like when Corolla starts sticking up for Jimmy Kimmel, there's nothing better, man. Because you can tell they're best friends. It'd be like if you were going through the same shit. Corolla just fucking sticks it to him, man.
Yeah, he's great.
Intent matters too, though. I'll stick up for Kimmel publicly too.
Me too.
Intent matters a big deal. Like if someone puts on blackface for the sake of putting on blackface to harm someone, to hurt that's honestly the most repugnant. That's one of the more repugnant.
I just wouldn't want to hurt somebody's feelings.
Right. I mean, you understand. You're saying I'm going to put on a costume that brings terror to people, that reminds people of years and years of oppression. Now, if you're painting your skin black so that you can better resemble Karl Malone, that's a big fucking difference.
But that goes back to that goes back to my point, Mike. It's like, let's look at the body of work of Jimmy Kimmel for the past 20 years, man. Has he ever said anything racist? Has he done any of that racist shit? No. And then you point towards this one Karl Malone skit that he did, which was funny.
Yeah.
But, I guarantee if you ask him to do it now, he'd never do it. Or how about Fallon? Dude, he did blackface making fun of his friend Chris Rock. Chris Rock was there.
Next to him.
Well, again, look at the body of work.
Most of the people that I know that I'm friends with wouldn't... they're not racist like when nobody's looking and they don't do it like think about it for a second. Like to be mean and to be that ignorant, I don't really want you around. This is most of us, right? I mean,
here's the thing. Absolutely.
I remember I said to Rogan, I said one time when he was like 28 and he was a fucking Boston kid, You know, like when Nanette, that Hannah Gatsby came out and said, straight white men better pull their socks up because I got the shit beat out of me because I was gay. I don't know a fucking straight dude. I'm serious. I don't know a fucking straight dude that I would hang out with who was a friend of mine that wouldn't have come to her defense. If any of my friends saw Hannah Gatsby getting the shit kicked out of her by some asshole dude, I would fuck that dude up.
I gotta be honest.
all beat him up.
I gotta be honest.
Beat the fuck out of him because we'd be like, you're beating up this woman who's gay.
Any
because
woman.
She's gay. I'd fucking stomp you.
I wouldn't realize if she was gay.
Right.
And I would
I'd be
just beat his
stomping on
ass.
your fucking
Yeah,
head. But most of my
I'd
friends are
slap
that
your
way.
stupid face.
Right, one time, Rogue, then I'd come at you. Because
No.
my residual anger, I'd paintbrush
I would
your
slap
face.
you. Like, why'd
I'd
you
go
smack
this.
your friend Brian?
I'd go-
Like,
then I'd go.
I'd look at the camera. I'd go, long time coming.
I'd block, and I'd
I'd go, it's been a long time
No.
coming.
I do that to you.
Here's it,
But Rogan said, but just really quickly, he's 28, and he goes, I thought he was a bro from Boston. I said, I've never heard you say a prejudice thing, and you're a Boston, Jersey guy, And he just goes, it's so funny. He goes, because I'm not a fucking idiot. And I go, what do you mean? He goes, I grew up, I lived in Boston and Jersey. You want to see really dumb white people? I'll take you to see really dumb white people too. He goes,
well, dude,
it never made any
Bill
fucking
Burr's
sense.
wife is black. The
Right.
kid is half black. It's like so stupid.
I don't know.
But Kimmel's going to lose his job.
You think?
Yes.
Okay.
He's going to lose his job over that.
Mm-hmm. He's on break right now. Did you know that?
Cancel
Yes,
culture is
I
real.
did.
Cancel culture is real.
They're letting him bow out with grace. You want to bet?
Okay.
He'll find another
I
job.
don't know.
He'll find another job.
I mean,
Oh yeah, on what network? I mean, he'll maybe do the Man Show with Corolla, or he can go on a podcast and make millions of dollars. ABC, NBC, CBS ain't gonna hire him
Gutless.
because they're.
do you think? Okay,
Fuck
wait.
you
But here's
guys.
the thing.
That's what. That's what I think's going on. He's bowing out with. They're going. We got to get rid of you. He goes. I do.
Wow.
I'm gonna bow out with grace. Don't.
Do you
fire
think
me.
though? Maybe let's say you're right, and he is released from his job as host of Jimmy Kimmel Live. Don't you think that there would be such a huge groundswell of support for him in his next job? Because the population of people that get crazy over really unreasonable stuff like this
Small.
is very small. And I
They're
think
the loudest on
Tiny.
Instagram.
and I think
There are
that
8 people on Twitter.
if Kimmel then went to a podcast or a Netflix show, that people will be like, "Oh, he's that guy who didn't apologize and said, hey, I wasn't being I wasn't."
I
being
know.
hurtful."
I'll follow him wherever.
And
he
I
goes.
just think like maybe
I'll
there would
follow
be, especially nowadays where everyone feels so persecuted by everything.
Who
It's
doesn't like Jimmy
No,
Kimmel?
who does? I think
fucking
he's the
awesome.
best host there is.
super nice?
Who
guy,
wouldn't
too.
follow him?
He's always been.
Let's get him on the podcast.
I would follow him, but I don't think he's doing a lot of podcasts right now. Having some issues.
Why not? I got right now.
Yeah.
Watch your tone.
Okay. What's going to happen? What are you going to do? Use some of that boxing you've been doing?
Don't you fucking disrespect.